Hello and welcome, boys and girls, to the next episode of my Factorio Let's Play. What did we do last time? So, last time I tried to focus on building this automation setup over here. I tried to do my first automation where I was going to automate first red science in not the correct ratio, to be honest. I'm going into what ratio is soon, but I wanted to have just some automation where I basically can kickstart my science production idling while I do other stuff. So for today, I want to build some automation around iron production. Maybe we'll get to it that we can do the copper production as well. It will be more or less of the same, but first thing first, because iron is one of the most important resources in the game, because almost everything in here kind of has some part of iron in it, except maybe yes, bricks. Well, okay, you got me there. They need stone, but iron is one of the most important resources, and therefore I want to build an automation around it so that basically everything gets mined, transported to some furnaces, and then put into the furnace, removed from the furnace when it's done, so that I get a belt full of iron plate and those iron plates are shoved into a storage container, probably an iron chest right now, where I have access and I don't have to run through all the furnaces as I do here. It works, but it is tedious and it's a game of automation, right? So let's go right into it. So my plan for it, or my approach when I try to automate something, is figuring out how much does something produce, how much do I need to, how much of this produced resource can go on a belt, how much resource is needed to get refined, and so on. So let's look at the first thing here, that is the furnace. So basically the furnace here, if we go over here, you see that he basically produces, has a crafting speed of 1, which means that the time that is specified on the item is exactly the one we're looking at. So if we look at iron plates here, you see that it's a crafting time on 3.2 seconds. So which means in a stone furnace you get exactly 3.2 seconds. If you have a steel furnace or an electric furnace, they are faster. And if you go up to electric furnace, you can even put modules in there. I try to explain it as soon as we get there, but you can boost it up to 4 or 5 times, I think, if I remember the correct numbers. So that would be pretty fast. But first is the stone furnace, basic crafting speed, so it takes about 3.2 seconds as stated here. So we need 1 iron ore each 3.2 seconds to basically have enough resources to refine the iron plates. So to get the resources, we need a drill. So we can either go for those burner drills, but those burner drills need to have a coal input. We could just put like a lane of coal, then a lane of iron, and so on. We could even split the belts and so on, but I don't want to do that. I actually want to go to electric mining drills. So as you can see, mining drill has a speed of 0.5 of 0.5 seconds. You can boost that up with technology. So if I have, so which means that I have each 2.5 second, each 0.5 seconds, I get an iron ore, which is pretty fast. So what we want to do is basically match input and output. So first things first, I'm gonna have a rough layout where I want to put all my furnaces, because I need a input belt. What I will do is I will fill up my quick items down here, so I have them available when I want to craft. So I have my belts, I will probably need some inserters, some poles, and then my special items will be electric drills, furnaces, and probably just. So that's that. So with 1, 2, 3, I can cycle through that, and with shift control 1, what was it? Control 1? With control, with shift and the numbers, you can switch the hotkey, the hotbar around. So my idea, I want to basically mine that patch, preferably in a grid system, because belts, yeah, they work best in grids. And then I want to put it into in a refinement line where I have a line of belt. That belt has one line of coal and one line of iron. Why do we need both? Because a stone furnace needs coal to work. We don't have access to the electric furnace that is gated behind quite a lot of research. So we need to get steel and then green science, electronics, and so on and so on. And that will take quite a lot of time to get there, and we kind of need the automation way quicker. What I will do in the meantime, thinking about it, I will queue another research, and because I kind of have a feeling there might be biters close by, I will go into researching a better gun, so I am better prepared, because right now I just have that little tiny pistol, and I actually really don't want to use that. So back to the automation part while the science is going. One thing I will need is, let's craft up a few of these, then I will be as blunt and just deconstruct one of those. So I have that. So one thing I will need is, I will need some kind of transportation from the belt towards the furnace, and for that I use an inserter. The inserter has to face into the furnace, so when you look at that, you have an arrow that faces into the furnace, and you see he picks up from the belt and puts it into the furnace. Since it takes about 3.2 seconds to build or to refine iron ore into iron plates, we don't need that quick of an inserter, because there are quicker inserters available. So what I want to have is one line, as I said before, one line of coal, one line of iron ore, so he can basically take one iron ore, take one coal, and then fill it in, and then we need another inserter that takes out the iron plate and puts it on another belt. So here go, I need, let's craft about 10 of those, then I probably need a few splitters. I will tell you why, because well, basically we don't need that right now, but I need splitters for later automation, and I probably, oh, it's good right now. So what I will do, I will press Ctrl C and basically copy that segment. So I have a blueprint or a ghost here. So I can basically extend that quite a lot. If I remember correctly, the red belt transports with about 15 items a second, so we can feed a lot of furnaces or furnace with a single belt. It's divided by 2, so we only have half of it, so 7.5 per second, and we need 3 furnace for 1. Just rough mathematics here because it's 0.2. So that is 1, and we have about 7 available, so I can make quite a long line. But thinking about if we will upgrade to a better furnace soon, we only need half of it, but then we also can have a better belt. So I will go with 2 for 6. Let's go for 10. 10 furnaces, and those will bring me about quite a lot of iron. So, which, as you can see, I need quite a lot of belt to get that all going. I don't need you here, you, so I will probably queue about quite a lot. Actually should get those automated rather quickly, because then there is a passive generation of that. I will let's cancel that here. So I will build another assembler, and we have a look at the recipe. I need 2 assemblers to craft that, or I could, oh, I want to build a second one, so I need 2 assemblers. Probably about, I just need 1 chest for all the iron, and then an output chest. Nice. So let's think about that and make it quite simple. We have actually one, like, so if I have a chest in here, I could actually do something. That's gonna be interesting. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and third. So quite a lot, and another. So what I will do is I have an input, I have an output chest, input, output, and another one which feeds into another assembly machine. So I need a third. Do I need a third? No, I don't need it. Do that simpler. Okay. I need a chest which is gonna be the input chest. You put items in here, over here, and over here, and if I put assembler in that corner, both assembler can feed into that. So we will put iron in here. We will produce gears, and we put the gears into an assembly machine that produces transport belts for us. Then I will need another chest and another inserter, and I will say produce about 3 stacks of belts for me. Give it some power, and then that will produce that passively. Can I do the same with inserters? well, I actually get off the topic for what I want to do. I wanted to create the whole assembly line for creating for iron, but then I ended up automating belts. Well, belts are quite important, so we take those belts that are already created. We will go down here. Then I will need some coal input somewhere. And first of all, I'm gonna build a line from here that will feed my electric mining drills. So I will put the mining drills here. You see the green area shows you where it mines. And I have iron underneath that belt, but if you can see, underneath the belt, there's also a green area, so it will mine underneath. So I will build that up over here. I will put some power behind it. Well, that doesn't work, so I will do every second. So some will be double fed, and then I will put some over here. So I have power later on. And this is that, and then I can have another one right here. I will put everything into a chest and it should be powered. Now I will connect power line here, and I will connect to my power grid over here. So, and we have our first mining drills working. As you can see, those will get fed, will get filled, the belts, and I need some coal in here, so that is working. And then I will do another chest here. I need some iron, please. Good thing I left those operational, so I get some more iron. I will build another iron chest, and we'll fill that one with oh, I need power, right? So here, and we have a belt. Half side is iron, the other half is coal, and that will help us get all those furnaces running. So what I will do is I will move those furnaces over here, put them down here, so I have more producing. I can put the coal in here. I will need 4 more of the inserters. With R, you can rotate them in case you would have misplaced them. And with that, we can see it going. And it's fully automated. And we get an output chest where all our iron lies. I will put the iron ores into those furnaces, so they will get fed. So as a thing why I was able to put that in there is because inserters only insert enough items for was it about 3 operations into a furnace. So with the furnace it's actually a little bit different because it will put 5 iron ore in there, but yeah, that's about a rough estimate. If you have, it will fill about double to 3 times depending on the machine. So that is it for this episode. What we did is actually, well, we started with automating the refining process for iron ore. And also, as an added benefit, we started building an automation for belts. So we already have over 100 belts here from iron ore we already created. And so what I want to do the next time is basically I want to extend that here. I will probably do that off camera because you saw the basic gist of it. I want to do assembly line for a refinement line for copper, and then I want to do automation for inserters, because inserters, as you can see, inserters and belts are one of the most used items in the game, and I want to automate a lot. So sorry guys, it was a longer episode as I imagined it would be, because it's quite a lot. Early game is quite a lot of stuff to start figuring out and quite a lot to explain. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave feedback with a like or a dislike, or some more feedback in the comments. I appreciate it very much. If you want to subscribe, I will be very happy if you do so. Otherwise, I hope I see you in the next one, and have a good day.